Hey guys, in this video I'll be going over my updated Holy Priest WeakAuras. The update contains some display fixes and improvements and inclusion of trackers for the Holy Artifact weapon. The layout, as you can see, is relatively the same, broken into two WeakAura groups with a static grouping of your healing spells and a dynamic bar below for raid cooldowns and utilities. This larger icon area on the left still tracks tier 100 talents, and I've adjusted the Apotheosis uptime tracker to continue to display the icon itself with a timer and cooldown fade. The right side larger icon area is still for your tier 90 talents, and I've adjusted Divinity to no longer be desaturated in color, but to be faded when the buff is not active and brightened with a timer when the buff is active. I've resized these center icons to make space for the light ability from your artifact weapon. If you do not currently have the golden trait, it will display as it is now. Once you have a point in the trait, it should display charges, show a cooldown fade for the next charge, and show a cooldown number when you have no charges. This top space here is still for Surge of Light procs, and this bottom area is for Symbol of Hope should you take that talent with a GCD cast spark below. I've also added in a display to show uptime of your blessing buff once you have a point in that talent. There are currently two visuals for this, a blue aura over the top of your WeakAuras, and a sparkle animation. You can choose to use one or the other, or both if you're feeling a bit extra. Just set the load of what you don't want to use to never or delete that specific WeakAura. As for the bottom dynamic bar, I wanted to show you another way to display it if you did not wish to track as many abilities. All previous trackers are still there, but set to a load of never. Simply uncheck that to bring them back. To get a 5-icon display aligned as it is here, you'll want the dynamic bar display to show a width and height of 20. To include the prior trackers and have it aligned with the edges of the static WeakAura group as it was before, you'll want to bump that up to 21. Make sure if you're keeping the Arcane Torrent tracker active and you're not a Blood Elf to swap to something more useful to you like your own racial or Mass Dispel. Simply go into the triggers for those two WeakAuras and change the spell name. And that's all for these updates to this WeakAura. I hope you guys like the changes I've made. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.